New at 5, a federal district judge heard arguments today over a lawsuit seeking to block Iowa's new immigration law. Our chief political reporter, Amanda Rooker, is live at the federal courthouse in Des Moines. And Amanda, you were there as each side made their argument.
That's right, Jody. I was inside this federal courthouse today as those arguments were being made, and this all stems over an immigration law that was passed last legislative session. It says anybody that's found in Iowa that has previously been deported can be arrested and deported back to a foreign country.
We asked the federal court to temporarily and permanently block this unconstitutional and unjust and deeply harmful law from ever taking effect.
Arguing before a federal judge Monday, the U.S. Department of Justice and the ACLU said states do not have the power to set or enforce immigration rules, something they argue the Supreme Court has upheld for more than 100 years. Deputy Director of the American Immigration Council, Emma Winger, told the court that makes Iowa's immigration law unconstitutional.
Only the federal government gets to decide which non-citizens may enter the United States and which non-citizens should be removed.
Winger also says the law does not include exceptions for anyone who's previously been deported but is back in the U.S. seeking asylum or has some form of lawful status.
Should this law go into effect, even if you are currently in the United States lawfully, if you were previously deported, you could be arrested, imprisoned, and forced to leave the country.
Deputy Solicitor General Patrick Valencia from the Iowa Attorney General's office defended the law, telling the judge that, quote, the federal government sets standards on immigration policy, but that, quote, Congress has not said that states lose their right to enforce those standards. Valencia argued the U.S. is facing an immigration crisis that has brought mass human trafficking to Iowa. He said the legislation empowers state law enforcement to enforce immigration policy, which he argues is constitutional and necessary to keep Iowans safe. But outside the courthouse, people lined the streets, protesting the law with songs and speeches.
Because we believe we have the right to have a better future. We are here because nobody can stop us to keep dreaming.
Hoping the judge will rule their way.
And the Office of the Attorney General said they did not have time today for an on-camera interview, but Attorney General Brenna Bird did release a statement after the hearing, writing in part, quote, since Biden refuses to enforce our immigration laws, Iowa is doing the job for him. Today, we made the case in court defending Iowa's law that prohibits illegal reentry and keeps our communities safe. Jody.
Now, Amanda, when can we expect the judge to make a decision in all this?
Well, Jody, there is a time crunch here because this law, it's not in effect right now, but it's set to take effect July 1st. That's just in a couple of weeks. Both parties today told the judge that there is some urgency here, and the judge did seem to indicate that he plans to make a ruling before that July 1st date. Jody, I am live at the federal courthouse in Des Moines. Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.